Okay. So than is a comparison word. Tea and coffee, I like tea more than coffee. Then is a sequence word. I drank tea, then I drank coffee. So this happened after this. If you're not clear again, you can ask me. Otherwise, I'll move forward. It's simple. You'll understand it by looking at it, the two examples. Okay. The reading that we are going to do today, Forest, the Habitat of Monkeys, it has been asked in the exam many times. In fact, one of my students, current students, he joined me after taking the exam and he got the same reading in the exam. So let's do this properly. We'll do the meanings and then start. Rugged. Can someone tell me the meaning? Rugged. Rugged mountain range. Anyone?
Large.
No. It's not correct, but I'm very happy with your attempt because it's an adjective for mountain. So you said large, but it's not large. Something else. Anyone else?
Rough. Steepy.
Again, Preeti?
Steep slope.
No, not steep slope. Again, a good answer though. Rugged is the opposite of plain or smooth, meaning rough,
Rough.
like rough. Okay, it's the opposite of plain or smooth, like rough, like rugged. It's not like very gentle, like it is rough. Okay, next word, common word, gazes.
Stuck hono.
No, gazes, not stuck.
Gazes into canopy.
Gazes means looks. Gazes means looks. Okay. Let's move on. Swing looks like properly, looking deeply. Gaze. Gaze. I was gazing at the stars. That's how you use it. So look like, it's a philosophical word. I don't use it normally, but gaze is a word which means looks. Like when you're looking deep, it's something which is far away. Then we use the word gaze. We don't use it for near objects. So gaze is a word we use for using far away objects. That's what I think. So we'll check. To look steadily at something for a long time. So looking at something for a long time. That's the actual meaning. Not far away, but looking at something for a long time. So gaze.
It's like a gurna.
Yeah, that's what it means, I guess. Okay. Something is interesting or surprised. Gurna has a negative connotation, but gaze is not negative. So that's a slight difference. We consider Gurna as negative, right? Huh? Yes.
Carefully देखना.
Carefully nahi, long time ke liye dekhna. Like, yes, carefully also for a long time. Yes. Okay. Okay.
Sir, what is the meaning of bobbles? Monkey bobbles.
Meaning it's unstable, it moves. Like, shakes.
Okay.
Yes, Sulishit staring is correct. Reading number, it is 37, third passage, I think. 37th reading, third passage. Yes, volume 2, 37th reading, third passage. Okay. How about there and there? I'll cover the difference, Pavandi, after this. It's simple. Okay. Native means?
Local.
Yes, from that area. Can you tell me some other words for native? Anyone?
Indigenous.
Yes, very good. The pronunciation is wrong though. Otherwise, it's perfect. What's the actual pronunciation? You're very close. I'll type it out, then you pronounce it. You'll get it right, I'm pretty sure.
Indigenous.
Indigenous, not genius. Genus, indigenous. So that's the pronunciation. Otherwise, you were right.
Indigenous.
So it means from that area. Okay. I did this word today itself in a reading. Okay.
Original.
Original, yes, meaning from that area. Like kiwi is indigenous to New Zealand, meaning kiwi originally belonged to New Zealand. Wobbles is shakes. Preeti, I hope it's clear. Wobbles is shakes.
Yes, sir.
There's another word which means shakes, move from one direction to another. That is swing. Swing also means shaking. Wobbles also
Okay,
means the same thing. Okay. Let's go next. Myriad.
Meaning,
Again,
so meaning,
yes, many,
plenty.
plenty, yes. I don't think this is a formal word. So I tell my students to avoid this word in your writing because I don't consider it to be a formal word. Extremely large in number. And the second problem with myriad is it's an exaggeration. Exaggeration means like when you want to say very much, like too many. So like it's you get the point when you want to exaggerate something, बढ़ा चढ़ा के जब बोलना होता है, and that we don't do in writing. So there are myriad problems. Don't say that. It doesn't look nice. When you want to say something extremely, like you want to say it cannot be helped, there are too much of it, like you want to exaggerate, then say this word, myriad.
sir.
Okay.
Can we use a lot of?
A lot of is informal. There are a number of, you can use several, you can use numerous, you can use these three words. There are a number of problems caused by, there are many, all those words are fine. Just hold on.
Okay, sir.
Okay. There's another word that I tell my students to avoid, so I'll clarify that also. Plethora. Again, it means an exaggeration, an amount that is greater than needed or is can be used. So again, I want you to avoid it. So how do we use it? Like, how do we use it? When something is more than required. So like somebody like, I'll tell you, there was a situation when I bought a property and my uncle offered to help. Like he said, okay, if you need some money, please let me know. Because when we were very young, like my father bought it, we didn't have a lot of money, so we were buying something. So he helped us. He asked us if he can help us. So he asked, but my father said we have plethora of money, meaning he wanted to say that we have more than that's required. We don't need your help. Like what is required, we already have that much. If we need it in the future, we'll ask, but right now we don't need. So plethora is used in that sense, more than what is required. So we already have plethora, like that sense. So avoid it in your essays. Okay. And again, it's an exaggeration. Okay. Yes. What were you asking? Collection of class, NP1, NP2 collection of class, the amount of classes are collected, numbers of asking this. It's really confusing. How to use noun phrase to make task one sentence. Okay, I'll cover that also. I got your doubt now. Okay, indigestible, digestible,
Yes, sir.
yes.
Like,
What does it mean?
like उसको हिंदी में बोलूं sir? Like I'm not getting English
Which
words.
can be absorbed by a
Stomach or anything or anybody.
yeah, which can be absorbed by stomachs. Like digestible, matlab the stomach can absorb that. If it cannot be absorbed, then it's called indigestible. Tannins is another word, common word. What's the meaning? Tannins.
Taste.
Waste. No. Bad tasting tannins. Okay. How do I explain this? This is hard to explain. It's something that we get from plants, like from the outer layer of trees or plants. Those are called tannins. Like small
There's
liquids. Yes.
suppose in maple, when you just want to take the maple syrup is taken from maple. That's what like
Yes.
something like that means like an extraction. It's a liquid comes out of the bark of the trunk of the tree.
Yes. Okay. But it's not present in every tree, so we call it tannins. And for maple, it's a proper syrup. So we won't call it a tannin. In some trees, it's not that good. It's just a plain liquid, no use, then we
It's
call it. But
toxic.
yeah, it's slightly toxic. You're right. Uh, it's also harmful for health in that sense. Okay, that's it. I don't think there's any other word in this paragraph. Fragmented. Fragmented means
Fragment means something, I think, in sequence. So fragmented means like aligned.
not aligned. Fragmented means broken into different pieces.
Pieces.
Yeah, broken into different halves. So fragment means pieces. Fragments is pieces. So not in a sequence, but they're broken into different pieces. A small part of something that is broken off or comes from something larger. So fragmented means something that is broken into different pieces. Fragmented in that sense. A single part of something that is not complete. Fragments. A small part of something big is called a fragment. Okay, Manoj, I'll upload them. Persistent.
Consistence.
Continue.
Yeah, perfect. I'm very happy whoever said this word, meaning continues, which has continued. Persistent means which has persisted, which has not stopped, which has continued. Okay, so persistent. That's it. I don't think there's any other word here. Dispersing?
Separate होना.
No.
Means a scattering or like
Scattering, yes.
Spreading.
distribute.
Yes.
Yeah, distributing,
Scattering or
scattering.
spreading. Yes. Good. Forage means what? Anyone knows the meaning? It's a verb.
Forage means like grazing, means like having some vegetables, leafy vegetables, herbs, or
Yes.
something like that.
Yeah, yes, but not necessarily leafy vegetables and a few fruits also.
Yeah,
Forage,
fruits, yeah,
yes.
can be. Yeah, like a kind of being vegetarian or something like.
Yeah, foraging means when you take when you harvest fruits or vegetables from plants and trees, when you cut them down, pluck, or you that's the word for forage. And it can be used for animals also. It's like, torna, plants and fruits you break them off from trees. That's foraging.
Noun means some leafy vegetables for animals to
To serve
graze.
widely for food, this meaning. Okay, here they are mainly saying forage means to search for food. So that's what they're saying. Forage means to search for food. And as a noun, it means food for horses and cows. Okay. Forage is also the food we use for feeding animals. I did not know this meaning. I learned it today. But the verb form means to search for food. Forage means to search for food. Okay, that's it. Primates, you know, what are primates? What type of animals?
Primates are very close to human being, like those
Good.
like kind of gorilla or like monkeys or apes.
Yes.
Yes.
Even us, we are also an example of primates. All of us, all of these animals are considered primates. Prime animals, like primates. Monkeys, apes, gorillas, like all these animals are called primates. And it's used a lot. So, mom, just hold on. Okay, let's continue now. Somebody asked me the difference between there and there. I'll quickly cover that. There and there. Okay, so the way to do these two words is forget the first word. Do the usage of the second word, and wherever you don't use the second word, use the first word. That's how I teach. So there means it's a possessive noun for of theirs. For example, their car. We traveled in their car. Means unki car. Their car. We traveled in their car. So wherever you're using this, it is EIR, THEIR. At every place else, जब उनका नहीं होता तो THER ही होता है. So there has multiple meanings. If I teach you that, it will be a never-ending class. THEIR means unka. So wherever you use this unka, kuch unka, students, for example, their notebooks, students' notebooks. I mean, their notebooks were not lost. Their notebooks were lost, for example. So I want to say students' notebooks were lost. So I'm using unki notebooks lost. Okay. So there I'm going to use EIR. At all the other places used ERE. That's the simple way to explain this. Is it okay? The difference? Learn the second one and automatically do the first one. Anyone has a doubt?
Can you explain again, sir?
Sorry, do you want me to explain again?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
There means unka. Jaise, like it's a possessive noun. For example, what do you mean by his car? Matlab, like, you know, that person's car. Like you have a friend, like example, you have a friend called Ravi. I have a friend Ravi. So I traveled uski car mein. So I'll use what? I traveled in his car. Now let's imagine I have multiple people. Like for example, I have students, right? You all are my students. And मैंने आपकी notebook check करनी है, आपकी notebook. So आपकी notebook के लिए I can use their notebook. Like I'm checking their notebook. I'm checking मतलब students की notebook. For example, I'm talking to my mother. Many students were present today. They've written tasks. I'm checking their notebook, उनकी notebook. So जहाँ भी I'm going to use उनकी notebook, their notebook, possessive noun as that. That means I'm going to use EIR. At all the other places, you're going to use ERE. That's it. जहाँ पे उनका होता है, वहाँ पे EIR. At any other place, ERE. That's the simple way to learn this. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's the difference moving forward. Okay. These all words are reference of, we'll do this questions at the end. Which paragraph contains the following information? I'll tell you, Nuria, it's not clear yet. Okay, let me know if it's not clear. Please type it out. Sorry, can you repeat?
It's clear, teacher.
It's clear now. Okay. Okay. So I don't do these questions at the beginning, and I'll tell you the reason again one more time. See, which paragraph contains the following information? The problem with these questions is I read the whole paragraph. For example, this whole paragraph I read. And at the end, I just don't read one sentence. And the answer can be in that sentence. So the reward is not worth the risk. I'm spending so much time. And I've seen when I spend so much time on these questions, I'm not able to give enough time to the other questions. So I do these questions at the end, not paragraph headings. They are different. Paragraph headings mean the heading for the whole paragraph. This question is which paragraph contains the following information. I try to do them at the end. I feel they are better done at the end. So I'm going to leave them for now, and we are going to come to the next question. They want me to match the place with the monkey. So or they want me to match each description with the correct place. So they have places here. They've told about the places, and they want me to match which place is it happening. This is happening. So I have a good suggestion for you. Do them like the authors. That's the good way to do it. So you can pick up any of the locations and go read about it. I would say do the locations which are mentioned less, which are not repeated again and again. That will save you time. So let's start with Hacienda La. Let's just underline all the places first. Hacienda La Pacifica, Santa Rosa, Tabasco, Mexico, and this one, Estacion and Amazon Basin. Let's find out. If you find a place in the first paragraph, please tell me. Hacienda La Pacifica. I think I have to read this for the first one. Second, La Pacifica again. Even here, I have to read. Okay. No other paragraph, authors here, no other places here. Can't see anything. Amazon Basin.
Amazon Basin. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Again, Hacienda La Pacifica.
Santa Rose is in the first line.
Santa Rosa National Park. Okay. Santa Rosa here also. Okay. This paragraph doesn't seem to have an author. Guanacaste, I don't know if this is a place mentioned. I'll just underline it. Extortion, de biologica lost, whatever this is, we'll mark it. Tabasco, Mexico. Nicaragua and Costa Rica. That's it. I don't think there are any other places that I missed. So let's find out the answers. Hacienda La Pacifica, definitely you should not read it. Santa Rosa is one we can read. Amazon Basin is one we can read. Tabasco is also one. So all the other we'll read, and whichever we don't find, we'll mark as Hacienda La Pacifica if we find any other options left. Okay, so first of all, I'll go with Amazon Basin because that sounded simple to me. Okay, let's see what are they saying. I'll read it properly once. Then for the second question, I'm going to ask somebody else to do it. The leaves that grow in regenerating forests, like those at La Pacifica, are actually more howler friendly than those produced by undisturbed centuries-old trees that survive further south in the Amazon basin. So they are saying the trees in La Pacifica are actually more howler friendly than in the Amazon basin. So they are saying the trees in the Amazon basin are not howler friendly. They're not friendly for howlers. That's what they're saying. The trees in the Amazon basin are not friendly for howlers. They're not good for the animals. The leaves that grow there. So let's find out if we have an option like that. A place where howler monkeys benefit, definitely not about benefit. A place where it is the original home, no. A place where capuchin monkeys, no. All the three options did not talk about leaves. My whole point was about leaves. So I'll think this is not a right option for any of the questions. Is it clear? The approach? Okay. So, and nothing about leaves in the three options. Okay. Somebody wants to do the next one? We can do the D1. Anyone?
I'll do it, sir.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, station there. Okay, so an ecologist at this says has been exploring how monkeys survive in a landscape increasingly shaped He and his colleagues recently studied the ecology of a group of mantled hower monkeys that thrive in a habit completely altered by humans, a cocoa plantation in Tabasco, Mexico.
Yes.
Should I read more? Or
No, you can try to make sense of what he's trying to say here.
it is just saying that there is a person who's an ecologist and he talks, or he, I don't know, she talks about the shape of them, is like the number of this kind of monkeys, how our monkeys are increasing because of human being. Means like human being has done something that their actually their territory or the areas, the landscape increased.
Yes, not increased. Increasingly shaped means increasingly influenced. So
Yeah.
they're living in an area which has been influenced by human beings. Okay, so let's
Yeah.
find out about this, I would say. We'll read the options.
Okay, a place where these monkey benefit the local region's agriculture, nothing about agriculture. A place where it is an original home for all three native, no, nothing was mentioned. And these monkeys came, no, this is not about these monkeys
Okay,
came to a better habit.
so nothing.
Maybe,
Okay.
okay.
Okay, so we'll switch to Tabasco, Mexico. Also, I think we did in the same paragraph.
Yeah, it's
yes.
Mexico. We can read more, I think.
There was something else about Mexico also. We can read that also for Mexico. Maybe that's the same thing, Nicaragua and Costa Rica as well as Mexico. So maybe the answer is from here.
Maybe it's here. Estrada believes the monkeys bring under on
Underappreciated.
underappreciated benefits to
Underappreciated.
underappreciated. Okay, benefits to such forms, dispersing the seeds of fig and other shade trees and fertilizing the soil with fish. It's very similar to that agriculture option, but I will read more. He points out that the hower monkeys live in shade coffee, cocoa plantations in Nicaragua and Costa Rica, as well as in Mexico.
Okay. Okay. So
I
let's check the meanings. Yes.
think we got the answer. The place where our monkeys benefit the local region's agriculture.
Okay. But the
yeah.
problem is both these options had Mexico, right?
Nicaragua and Mexico.
Yeah. C also and D also.
Why,
Right.
sir? D? Because both of them are Mexico.
Yes. So I'm asking why C or D. Let's figure out whether it's C or D. So we all know the answer is going to be 33rd. It's either C or D. It's Mexico. But which Mexico?
But
See,
sir, it is a cocoa plantation
it's a cocoa
in
plantation.
Tabasco.
Okay, cocoa plantation. Okay, so
Yeah.
we'll go with that one. Okay. Okay, so we'll bring that as the answer. Okay, so let's go with that answer. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's. I still have doubts about this. I'll tell you why I have doubts. But I want to clarify them here. This author, Alexandro Estrada, he's working here, an ecologist at this place in Veracruz, Mexico, has been exploring. Okay, and here also he's saying Estrada believes. So I'm very confused. What's the difference between the two places? And like, it's very difficult for me because if they're talking this line is Estrada believes, then he might be talking about his region where he's working. So it's confusing for me. So for me, I'll keep both the options open now. I if you're wanting to go with cacao, I'll go with cacao. With that explanation, it suits me. So I'll go with that option right now. But I can see the other option also coming.
So here is also mentioned, he and his colleagues recently studied the ecology of the group of mantle hower monkeys that thrive in an habitat completely altered by humans, a cocoa plantation.
In Tabasco, right?
Yeah, in Tabasco.
Oh, Mexico. So, okay, we'll go with the Tabasco one because I think he's doing the research for the Tabasco one and not for the
Tabasco.
first one. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll go with that option. Clear. Okay, good. Now we are done with the three options. Santa Rosa will do, and whatever we don't find, we'll mark Hacienda La Pacifica. So let's go with Santa Rosa. I think that was in the B or B paragraph. Okay, this D paragraph. Okay, let's see. Now tell me, is this line about Santa Rosa or Hacienda La Pacifica? Does anyone want to tell me? This line is about Santa Rosa or Hacienda La Pacifica?
So
Santa
this
Rosa
Hacienda
National
accent.
Park.
Santa Rosa. You get the
Yes.
point?
Yes, sir.
By Santa Rosa, about 35 miles northwest of Hacienda. They're not talking about Hacienda. They're giving me the location of Santa Rosa, but the main point is Santa Rosa here. Okay. So let's read what are they saying. Anyone wants to read?
May I read?
Okay, read. Go ahead.
The park hosts population not only of mantelids, howlers, but also of white-faced capuchins and spider monkeys. Yet the forests there are young, most of them less than 50 years old. Capuchin, were the first to begin using their reborn forest when the trees were as young as 14 years. However, larger and heavier than capuchin, need somewhat older trees with limbs that can support their greater body weight.
Okay.
Working.
Are you clear till now? What's the meaning? What he's trying to say here?
It's to talk about that.
Which monkeys live here in this park, Santa Rosa?
Howler is no, the spider and capuchin monkeys.
Not only means howlers also, but also
Yeah,
capuchin,
howler
all
is
the,
also, but the
yeah, all the three monkeys. Yes,
and also the capuchin and spiders also exist in this park. And
yes,
also the employer of this park is younger and
yes. And which monkeys came first out of the three?
howlers,
No, read.
capuchins.
Yes,
Yeah,
capuchins were first.
capuchin is the first monkeys that exist in there. And
Yes,
also the tree are young. Trees also younger.
yes.
than
And why
capuchins.
did capuchins come first and not howlers? What's the reason in the next line?
Are larger and heavier than capuchin needs.
It becomes
Because the
yes,
because their greater body
yes,
weight,
yes. And so they need what type of trees?
they need younger trees.
Older trees.
Yeah,
Heavy.
older trees. Oh, sorry.
Got it?
Older trees with branches.
Yes. So
Yeah.
capuchins came first because they were lighter in body shape here in Santa Rosa.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I know which answer, and you'll also figure it out really quickly. Okay. Which one?
A place where the original home for all the native members, a place the whole monkey benefit the local regions agriculture. Plus the capture monkey come to better be inhabited. 35.
35. Why not 34th?
It's where the original home for all the three natives. It didn't talk about three native monkeys. Yeah. It talk
All-
about the three native monkeys. Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
why not 34th by
Okay.
35th? Think. I want you to think. Your answer is correct. It's 35th.
Yeah,
I-
because they didn't talk about the original home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Original home will be the home where they started living, not where they
Yeah.
came later on. Very good. So it's not the original home. So the answer will be 35th. Okay. So 35th answer would be B for Bombay. Is it clear? It's not an original home. They came and started living there. It's not an original home. And I think the answer for the 34th will be what? A. Original home. For all the three monkeys. We'll read it. We'll still read if you want to make sure we'll read it. A paragraph, we have Hacienda La Pacifica. Other native indigenous primates were common in the stoop area too. White-faced capuchin monkeys and spider monkeys were common. So that lived here. So all the three type of monkeys. The howlers belong to a population that has lived for decades at Hacienda La Pacifica. Other native indigenous primates also were living there, were common in this area too. So all the three monkeys, original home was this. So all the three monkeys. So I would say this makes sense here. And they're using the word native primates also, which is matching with the option clearly. Place where it is the original home for all the three native monkeys in the sense. Okay, I hope that's clear. So we'll move to 36. If you have a doubt, please ask. Otherwise, I'm going to 36 to 40. Okay. So just pick keywords and let's go. What's the keyword here?
La Pacifica.
La Pacifica. Good. And we have La Pacifica at many places. Hacienda. So what another word you look for?
Howler.
Howler. Yes. One more word.
Feed. Feed.
No. Better word.
Leaf.
So with leaves.
Leaves. Why leaves? Why not feed? Answer me this.
तो जहाँ पे भी leaves होगा वहाँ feed तो होगा ही होगा.
Or why not feed? Why not feed?
So okay, sir, we can take this also.
Okay. Can feed have synonyms? Feed has synonyms, right?
Yes, sir.
Feed.
Right. Yes. But leaves doesn't have any.
Right.
Synonyms.
So pick nouns. Don't pick verbs. Try to pick nouns.
Okay.
Don't pick verbs. Verbs have synonyms. Nouns normally don't have synonyms. So howlers, La Pacifica, and leaves. It's not sure. I'm saying leaves can also have synonyms, but there are less chances. Verbs mostly have synonyms. So let's look at howlers, La Pacifica, and leaves. We'll go from the beginning and come down. We have howlers here. We have La Pacifica also here. Do we have leaves here? Yes or no? Just quickly tell me. Otherwise, we'll go to the next paragraph.
No.
No.
No, sir.
Second paragraph. Howlers, La Pacifica also?
Yeah. Here.
Leaf. Yes, sir. It's there.
Yeah. Okay. So now let's look.
Leaf. Both leaf and it was.
Yes. Okay. So we found the location. Now let's look at the question properly. Okay. Howlers live better in La Pacifica since they can feed themselves with leaves when dash is not easily found. So what will come here? So they can eat leaves when dash is not found. Some other
When something else, it's another type of that they can eat, but it's not fine.
Yes, very good.
Yeah.
Some other type of food. Exactly. So let's look at the other type of food which is not easily found. Then they eat leaves. So
Fruit.
fruit makes
They,
sense
they eat fruit when it's not available.
when it's available. So when it's not available, they eat leaves. Right? Makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it clear for everyone? So understand it like that. So now we made it easy, right? We thought food and then we were easily able to figure out fruit. If we didn't think like that, we would be taking longer time. Okay. Now let's do the next one. Same method. I think we did this word alleviate. Okay. What's your keyword first?
Yeah.
Alleviate, ability to alleviate.
Alleviate is a verb. Find me a better word.
Trees, young trees.
Old and young trees, both, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And okay. So howlers and old and young trees. And another word I want you to protect.
Protect them.
Howlers.
Protect. It's a verb, but
Protect.
let's find out save, protect, words like that. Trees, protect, and howlers. Let's look at that. We have trees here. Do we have both young and old trees here?
Yeah. Dozen tree.
A dozen trees and their eating habits are also simply associated for us, like
But nothing about old and young, right?
Yes, sir.
Not here.
Here
So
we
in
have
the yes, sir. In the third
Old
paragraph.
Yeah.
and also
Yeah,
young.
Yeah.
We have old trees and also we have young trees. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now let's look at what is being asked in the question properly. So, howlers have better ability to alleviate. I did this word. What's the meaning of alleviate?
so just
Ameliorate.
Reduce, ameliorate, um,
eliminate also is the word for
eliminate,
that.
not completely eliminate. Alleviate means like, you know,
Discount? I
okay,
don't know.
tell me another word, what you said.
Discount? I don't know, but
Discard.
Betterment.
I'll tell you, my mother gave me medicine and she told me it will alleviate the pain. Do you get the meaning? Alleviate, alleviate the pain. It will reduce the pain. It will give me relief. Alleviate means to solve a problem, to address an issue. So something it will solve. It can alleviate so something negative will come here, and which the old and young trees use to protect themselves. So something
Themselves.
which old and young trees use to protect themselves, and this is a problem which howlers can better alleviate. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
something that
Okay, let's find.
howlers do.
Yeah. So we know the keyword. What can they alleviate? What can they reduce? Which old and young trees use to protect themselves?
Mm.
So let's find out what are the old and young trees using to protect themselves.
So the undistributed
What do they produce or use? Think it's
and
going to be an object.
Amazon this
They use Amazon to protect themselves. No. What do trees use to protect themselves?
Toxin.
Toxin.
chemicals.
Chemicals or toxins, yes. So what have they written here? Where have they written?
Last line. They
Yes.
produce much lower level of toxin.
And
Yeah.
toxin means
Toxin.
what? Poisons.
Chemicals, poisons.
Poison.
Poisons. So I think the answer would be poisons. And who have the better ability to handle poisons? If it says howlers have a better ability,
Yes.
yes.
First line.
All primates, including humans, have ability to handle plant toxins. Okay.
So howler means animals in right?
Howlers is one type of monkeys. Three type of monkeys:
Okay.
howlers, capuchins, and spider. Okay. Okay. So I think the answer would be
Poison.
toxins only.
Toxin?
Yes, toxins directly. I'll not change the meaning. I'll pick up the word from the reading.
Mm.
Is chemical word is also given? No, chemicals is not given, right? Or is it given? No. Toxin word is only given. So I'll use the word toxin. Okay. So let's go next. When compared to that of spider monkeys and capuchin monkeys, chemical defenses which old and young trees to protect themselves? लिखा है chemical defense at the back. Chemical defenses लिखा है. No, acha, let's find out. Chemical defenses you're saying here. Where have they written chemical defenses?
Sir, B paragraph, second line, bottom second
Okay,
line.
it's there, but I did not have old and young trees there, right? So I was not looking at this paragraph only. I was looking at this paragraph. Why did I come here? I did not come here because I did not find old and young trees. So I did not go here. If I came here, I would have looked at chemical defenses also, right? But I did not come here. I came to see paragraph. Okay. Okay, so that's why I did not look at that answer. Okay, let's go next. When compared to that of spider monkeys and capuchin monkeys, the dash rate of howlers is faster. अब जो भी rate उनका faster होगा, than spider monkeys and capuchin monkeys will be our answer. So it's very simple. Dash rate, whatever rate you can pick the word and write it. I think it should be a very easy answer. Comparison with spider monkeys and capuchin monkeys. So we'll go forward and see wherever there's a comparison. We were in C. Let's come to D paragraph. Is there a comparison between the three monkeys here? Capuchin and spider monkeys is there.
So fourth line.
Fourth
Yes,
line
sir.
is
Third
capuchin.
or fourth.
Yeah.
White face, capuchin, and a spider monkey.
Yes. But is there a comparison with howlers here? No.
No.
No. Okay, let's look here.
The haulers is also here. Matlab, third,
Next
fourth,
line.
fifth line. There are many
Haulers
more
larger
Or
and
more
aggressive
resilient than capuchin.
design.
Yeah, but there's no rate here, right? And
Yeah, yeah.
the comparison is only with capuchins. I need the comparison with both the monkeys. Howlers with capuchins and spider monkeys also.
So नीचे भी और Santa Roos के बाद से.
There is not.
Yeah.
Howlers are more
Because-
resilient than capuchins and spider monkeys. Good. So what rate is faster? They can live in a small range. On the other hand, occupy which range, which is faster? I don't think something rate and nothing rate is given here. Okay.
E
Sir, E
paragraph.
paragraph.
E paragraph, let's
Reproduce.
come. E paragraph. Howlers also reproduce faster than other monkeys.
Yeah.
Okay. So reproduce rate can be an answer, but it should be reproduction. So I wanted the reproduction word. It's not here. So what other word can come? Read and you tell me the word which can come. I know the word now. When I read, I'm clear which rate is faster.
Birth rate.
Birth rate. Got clear. How? Capuchins don't bear their first young until 7 years old, and spider monkeys do even later. But howler monkeys give birth for the first time at 3.5 years of age. So basically their birth rate is faster, I would say. Give birth for first time at about this. And reproduce faster. I think if it was reproduction, I would have marked reproduction clearly from here. So birth can be a good answer. Reproduce is not an adjective. Otherwise, I would have put it there also. Reproduce is a verb. Reproduction is an adjective. That's why this is not coming before the word rate. If you have a problem, I cannot use the word reproduce here because reproduce is a verb. Reproduction is an adjective. Birth is an adjective, so I will use it here. Birth rate.
Birth rate.
Is it clear for everyone? Back में हाँ birth ही आएगा ना. I'm telling why not reproduce because you'll ask me why not reproduce. So I'm telling you why not reproduce because it's a verb. It's not an adjective. अगर यहाँ पे verb होता ना तो मैं reproduce लगाता. I'll tell you how. Because howlers reproduce faster. अगर यहाँ पे word लिखना होता, यहाँ पे blank होती, then I would have used the word reproduce. Howlers dash faster. Howlers reproduce faster. Then this makes sense. But verb कहाँ पे, blank कहाँ पे, birth rate से पहले, इसलिए I have to use the word birth. So tough if you don't get this properly. Okay. Let's go. The monkeys can survive away from open streams. Do you have a doubt?
No.
No. Okay. Moving forward. The monkeys can survive away from open streams and water holes. What's a good keyword?
Stream and water hose.
Yes, stream and water holes. So let's talk about wherever they've talked about water, basically water and streams. Clear? Did you find it? Which paragraph?
F.
F. Good.
There.
Okay. So now let's look at what the question is asking. The monkeys can survive away from open streams and water holes as the leaves that howlers eat hold high content of dash. So whatever is very much is higher in leaves, that will be our answer. Whatever is high in leaves.
So like protein or something.
Yes, let's focus. Whatever there's many, much more word written. You have an answer. It's very simple.
Water.
Is it clear? The leaves howlers eat hold plenty of
Water.
water. So answer is water. Plenty of is a synonym. So high content of water. Which helps them to resist. I want you to teach the meaning of, or tell me the meaning of this word. If you don't know, I want to teach you. Resist means?
Stop. Trying to stop someone.
Yes, a better word. Give me a better word.
Tolerate.
Retaliation.
Retaliation. No, resist is something. Retaliation is an extreme thing. Retaliation when you stop attacking the other person. What is resist?
Adapt.
Become
What?
strong.
Not adapt.
Become
Tolerate.
strong.
Tolerate.
Not tolerate. You don't tolerate.
Denying
Become
to
strong.
do something.
Don't let something affect you. That's resist. Resist means you don't let it affect you. So you don't let other people. Resist means to stop something from happening, to prevent it from affecting you. Resist something. Like to face something and not let it happen to you. Resist. Matlab, like, I'll give you, I made some changes at the center and my students tried to resist it. Is it clear? They tried to like, no, don't do this. We're not going to study like this. Don't do this. Don't do that. So resist is like that. Is it clear?
When you are not agree with
Yeah,
someone.
when you don't agree to it and you stop, you try to like, you're going to try to stop it from happening. So
It's a kind of a adjustment.
not adjustment. They're saying, no, we will not let it happen. They're resisting it. Okay. Adjustment will be, they'll say, sir, aap itna kar lo, main itna kar. They'll say, we'll agree to this part, you agree to this part. Resistance means they're going to say, no, we will not let this happen. They're going to put an obstacle. Is it clear? And it's not necessarily a negative word. I made it sound negative. It's not negative. It can be positive also. Like when, resistance is something like when you try to stop something from happening. So it can be positive, like freedom fight in freedom, resistance against the British. I would say that was positive. So we tried to stop them, resistance from the British rule, like from Britishers. Resistance against. Not necessarily a negative word, if I made it sound like that. Okay. So which helps them to resist the continuous dash in guana caste. So something which is happening continuously and they're trying to face it, like they're able to resist it, like not let them affect it. So what are they resisting? I think guana caste is here only. And what is continuously happening in guana caste which they're able to resist?
Drought.
Yes.
Ongoing drought.
Ongoing.
Drought.
Ongoing is a
Drought.
synonym for?
Continuous.
Continuous.
So the answer will be only?
Drought.
Okay.
It's pronounced draft.
No, that's what I was going to teach you. So let's see the pronunciation.
Drought. Drought.
Is it clear?
Yeah.
It's not drought, it's drought. You have to pronounce you as well. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, there's another word which is drought. That's this word.
Draft. Draft.
Okay. Not this English. I want to do the other English. No, not this one. It has another pronunciation also.
The meaning.
No, no. Okay, I'm not getting the other pronunciation. It has another pronunciation also. Drought, this word. Draught. Or maybe it's called draft. Draft. Okay, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong. So it's not draft anyways, it's drought. So make sure you pronounce the U when you do this. So that makes sense. It's going to be drought here.
Drought.
Drought. Okay. What's the other word? What's the meaning of this word? Do you know the meaning of this word? A.
Dry.
It means that you write something, but
I'm
I
asking.
don't know.
I know the meaning, so I didn't show you. Do you know the meaning? We'll do the
Yes,
meaning.
yes.
Does anyone know? What's the meaning?
Yes.
Draft.
Yes, I know.
Sir. It's like some kind of breeze or cold air
Yes.
pass from somewhere. Suppose under the door when we get some cold air, we say drought.
It's a flow of cool air into a room or something. Draft, like a vent, a cool air that's breathing in. So that's draft. And there's another word, Zephyr, soft, gentle wind. My college had a festival, and the name of the festival was Zephyr. So I really like the soft, gentle wind. It's gentle. So it's also related to wind. The other word we were doing is draft. Draft is a flow of cool air in a room or other small space, like cool air. So that's draft. The other meaning, we don't use it that much. It's used with beer, so not very commonly used. So the other meaning, I don't use it commonly, so I'll not cover them. This is the common meaning, air. So, okay. Let's go back. You have to finish the reading. Okay, so we are here. Now tell me, have you done any of them? You have done a few of them.
Sir, 27 wala
No.
birth rate reduction. Okay, something is birth rate.
You have done another one.
Monkeys diet.
Which one?
Mention 31. Mention of Holler's monkey diet and eating habit.
Yes. Which paragraph did you learn about this? 29th also we did, right? Food over old ones, new leaves over old ones. Remember the
I think
paragraph with new leaves?
D or E paragraph.
Yes. C and B, we did that. Okay. So I think new leaves over old ones. Let's find that. And monkeys' diet and eating habits. Let's find that. Howler monkeys. So B paragraph is which one? Leaves are there. It was not about old leaves and new leaves. This was about they eat fruit. So this will be what? Which paragraph? Which answer?
I think for 30.
Yes. The diet one, right?
Yes, diet one.
Yes. The mention of howler monkeys' diet and eating habits. I think we did in this only. They're leaf eaters. They eat fruit when available. So eating habits is again diet, clearly given here. So I think this should be what? This should be 30th. Okay. Then I think old and new leaves were here, right?
Yes, sir. C paragraph.
Okay. So tell me what's the advantage of young leaves? Why do they prefer young leaves and not old leaves?
Because they put all their limited energy into growing wood.
Who puts?
Younger forest, young leaves.
Young trees. So they put their energy into doing what?
Growing wood.
and leaves and
growing wood in leaves
yes,
and fruits.
and so they produce
So
what?
much lower level of toxin than do well established old growth rate
Did
trees.
you understand, Preeti, what they're trying to say? What's better in young leaves?
So young
Level of
tree was
toxin.
producing more fruits and leaves, and they were growing into wood, and so that they were
Young
producing
leaves. Don't tell me about trees. What's the advantage of young leaves? Why do they prefer young leaves and not old leaves? Like trees from old leaves. Why do they prefer
so
young?
they were reducing the level of toxin, much lower level of toxin.
Which leaves had lower level of toxins?
Young leaves,
Yes, as compared to old
old,
leaves. Okay, is
yes,
it here? The young trees are
yes,
giving less poisons because they're using all their energy in growing trees, wood, and etc. So the answer would be this one. That makes sense. The question is also making sense. A reason for howler monkeys to choose new leaves as food over old ones. Is it clear?
Yes.
We
yes,
also did another one that I read. So maybe if you didn't pay attention, you would not know. But if you paid attention, you will know. 28th, we did. An area where only one species of monkey survived while the other two vanished. Do you remember which paragraph I read this? Anyone?
The paragraph which is comparing the three species together.
Yes, one more paragraph. No, I read this in A. Read. You did not. Actually, I did not read. I read it in my mind. I read quickly, so I'm sorry. I didn't read it in aloud. So if you can read, you'll know. This howler belongs to a population that has lived for decades at this place. Other native white-faced capuchin monkeys and spider monkeys once were common in this area too, but
Vanished.
after
vanished. Vanished means they were
disappeared.
eliminated.
Disappear.
Yeah, they became extinct in this area. So they are saying that howlers lived and the other two monkeys vanished. So the answer will be which one?
A.
28.
A
28th answer will be A. Good.
And
Okay. And this is C and this is B. Now, can we repeat the options? No, we cannot repeat the options. So
No.
now you don't have to read A, B, and C at all. They are done. We're not going to read them again. Okay. 31 also you should get an idea. Which paragraph? Tell me. Nafisa, you should know this.
Asking farmers to change
Change
attitude towards wildlife.
You read something related to farmers. Tell me. Remember?
Yes, sir.
Which word you read?
mentioned
Agriculture.
Yes. And which
Passage
paragraph?
we read something about farmer.
Farmers and agriculture we read, right? Which paragraph was that? I think this
Not
one,
sure. G or
H. So farms,
G also.
G also farmers.
Yes, the farmers tolerate them. Last line of G.
So the farmers tolerate them. Okay, good. So now let's read the question properly because we have two options. So we can mark either H or G. So we'll have to clarify what the answer is. So let's see what the question is exactly saying. Okay, tell me. A reference of
asking farmers
change attitude toward
change
wildlife.
attitude towards wildlife.
so
Mm.
whenever they're asking for farmers to change their attitude, that will be the paragraph. So farmers should have a better attitude towards wildlife, meaning they should have a more positive attitude towards wildlife. Farmers, do you think farmers like wildlife or no?
No, I
No,
don't.
because maybe they destroy their farm or
Yes, exactly. They don't because they destroy their farm. So let's find out wherever they're asking to bring about a change in their attitude. Let's see. Do they tell here? Okay, change of attitude is there or no? Otherwise, we'll go back to the previous paragraph.
Yes, H. He hopes that the farmers will bring to see the advantages of association with wildlife monkeys.
Very good. He hopes that farmers will begin to see so he's hoping that they will change their attitude. They'll begin to see the advantages of associating with wild monkeys, which includes potential ecotourism projects. So it will also increase tourism to their regions. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, so the answer would
Yes.
be H. H is a change of attitude, not here. So farmers will begin to see the advantages, meaning they will start doing something they're not doing. So changing something. So I'll mark this answer as H. Okay. Advantage of howlers, monkeys, flexibility in living in a segmented habitat. We did not read it. Rate of reduction in forest habitats.
Three.
I did not read 27 to 32. I do not remember. They can be there. I do not know. I haven't read them. So
Excuse me, sir.
yes.
About number 31, you're saying that asking farmers, like, actually, he's hopeful. Is there anywhere mentioned that he asked farmers? Associating with wild monkeys.
I would say that's just playing with words. I think they're trying to say that. I agree it's not exactly, but these questions are taken from students. Sometimes a reference of he's trying to say something here. Not exactly doesn't match. You're right. But everything else is matching, right? Attitude change is there towards wildlife, it's there. And a reference is there. Farmers will begin to see the advantages. I don't think anything much was there about farmers here. If you read the last line, Rook, the howlers eat the leaves and fruit of shade trees, leaving the valuable cacao pods alone. So the farmers tolerate them. So here they're not, they're just giving, so the farmers are tolerating them. It's not about attitude at all or changing their attitude of farmers. It's more here. And these two paragraphs were not about farmers. We have read them already. This paragraph was about water. This paragraph was about birth rate. This paragraph we haven't read, D paragraph, but I don't think this was also about farmers. So there were only two options left. G was not about farmers much. It was not about attitude. And H was about attitude in the last sentence for me. Is it clear?
Yes, yes, sir.
I agree with your doubt. Asking is not there. It should have been more clear. But the question has been referenced by students, so sometimes it's not that clear. Okay. So now which one do you want to do? 27 or 32?
The 27th, I guess.
27th. We'll do 27th. Rate of reduction in forest habitat. Can you tell me the meaning of this?
Means like
Monkeys reduction of the
reduce
Reduction of
population.
what?
Reduction in wildlife.
Not
Reduction
wildlife.
means कम होना.
कम होना किस चीज का कम
Forest
होना?
forest
Habitat means what?
habitats.
Habitat means what?
Habit, it means live on that.
जंगल में रहने वाले.
जंगल में
By
रहने ओके प्रीति जंगल में रहने वाले कहाँ से आ रहे हैं मेरे को ये बताओ क्या आ रहा है रिडक्शन किसका हो रहा है
जो फॉरेस्ट में हैबिटेट
habitat what is habitat
animals.
no it's not animals what's the meaning of habitat please tell me somebody else
It means live on that place or not.
what's a habitat
Living place.
yes living place the place where we live habitat is not animals so what's the forest habitat
What
trees
is the place of living? Okay.
so reduction of what we are trying to find rate of reduction of
Trees.
trees forests that's it so wherever we talked about reduction of trees like deforestation or something like that they've written and they've mentioned the speed they are being cut down at the speed please mark that answer wherever they've mentioned that speed so for example farmers are cutting like 200 acres of trees every year something like that okay so D paragraph is there any rate written here about 35 miles okay this paragraph we read what did this paragraph say that capuchin monkeys were preferring this forest because they were lighter in weight. We read that. So this was not about rate of reduction of trees at all, this paragraph. E paragraph we have already done. F paragraph we have already done. This was about the birth rate. This was about the water. So let's come to G paragraph.
Yeah,
Here,
G.
yeah,
Destruction of the forest.
destruction of,
Forest.
and in the next line they've given the speed also. What's the speed? Tell me.
Speed.
Yes, next line they've given me the speed.
Feel it yearly.
1.1 million acres per year.
1.1 million acres
Per
of
year.
central.
per year. That's the speed. In 1 year, they're cutting how much? Is it clear?
1.1, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the
1.1.
speed, right?
Mm.
So I think that
Yes,
makes
sir.
Yes.
in a year. Were felt yearly. Yearly means in a year. So I think this is a speed, and they've talked about destruction of forests also. So this I think is the answer.
And
And this-
7.
yeah, so
G.
we'll mark this answer as G. Okay. Now, if you don't want to read, you can mark this answer as which option?
G.
D. Good.
Mm.
But let's find it out. Advantage of howler monkey's flexibility in living in a segmented habitat. What do you understand by segmented?
Step by step.
Fragmented.
Yes. What's the word?
Segregated.
Segregated. What's the word?
Fragmented. Fragmented.
You can join. Yeah, fragmented. We did this word today. Fragmented. Fragmented also means broken up into different pieces. So howler
Separate.
monkeys can survive in fragmented habitats. Is it clear?
So segregated word is also correct and apt.
Which one?
Segregated.
Segregated ka meaning is correct, but segregated, okay. Segregate means separate. You're right. But here I'll
Yeah,
tell you
but I think
what they're trying to say.
fragmented.
Okay, what they're
I
trying to
think
say here, I'll explain. Just hold on 1 second. Okay. You know what happens when we build a road? For example, let's imagine this whole area is a forest. Now, when we build a road like this, what happened? Tell me. These two forests got what?
Division is done. Divided
Division is
between
done.
two.
So
divided into section.
so there you are understanding what's happened. Then we cut another road. So instead of one forest, how many forests do we have? 4.
Four.
1, 2, 3. So they are using this word in that sense. So
Okay.
segregate means to separate, but that is done intentionally. Like, segregate the waste. Like separate the kitchen waste from the other waste. Segregate.
Like
Sit there.
biodegradable and
Yeah,
non-biodegradable waste.
non-biodegradable, exactly. But here we are not doing it to separate, we are just doing, so it's getting segmented, it's getting broken up. So slight difference, otherwise you're clear in that sense. What you're
Okay,
saying is
got it.
right. Okay. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so now let's see who advantage of howler monkey's flexibility in living in a segmented habitat. I have to clear this. Sorry. Okay, so I think we did fragmented here. They live within a small home range. Who is living within a small home range? Please tell me.
Howlers.
Howler.
Howlers.
And small means what here?
Small means
Segmented.
little.
Yes. And who can't live in a small one?
Spider monkeys.
Spider monkeys.
So they
Huge
can't
home.
be fragmented. So that makes it clear. So the answer would be D only. I hope this is clear. This passage has come in the exam many times. So please do this passage. Don't take it lightly, especially this passage. Really important. 3 times it has been asked in the last 1 year in the exam.
Sir, this passage can come in GT.
I'm not sure. But I was solving GT reading today. I thought the English was much more simpler than this. It can come. The last passage can be the same in a sense, but not the first 3 for sure.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Preeti, now tomorrow also you're going to share the questions you get wrong. And this time you're going to avoid your silly mistakes. Okay? And
Okay,
true
sir.
false, why did you go back? Tell me.
सर कहीं मतलब मैंने कुछ कुछ पैसेज में ऐसा देखा था कि ट्रू फॉल्स का ऑर्डर ब्रेक हुआ था
नहीं, आगे के नहीं,